Hello everyone, this is Magic with Class and I'm Jeremy Class. Today on this video I'm going to talk about some of the upcoming Magic the Gathering products that are going to wrap up this year. And they announced a lot of products for next year, so I'm going to be talking about them as well. Now the first product I'm going to be talking about is Commander Legends. So Commander Legends was actually supposed to be released at the end of October or actually a little earlier, but it's been moved to the beginning of November. The reason is that they cited concerns about shipping due to the current pandemic. So in order for them to have enough product to satisfy what they believe is going to be a large demand, they decided to hold up and make sure that they printed enough. I also think that one of the issues is shipping internationally. Jumpstart had the issue that it was extremely hard to get in some parts of the world. I live in New York and I was actually able to get a few packs, both from a local game store and from, I think, a Target. So I was able to get some packs of Jumpstart, but I was not able to get a whole box or anything like that. And I know the product has been almost non-existent in parts of Europe. So with the popularity of the Commander format, and I think with the popularity that this set in general is going to have, I think they were erring on the side of caution and making sure that all parts of the world had this product at the same time and in enough quantity. So far there actually have been some spoilers already for Commander Legends. I think the special promo for this set is going to be Mana Confluence, which they upgraded from rare to mythic rare. It's a pretty good card, especially in Commander. Most Commander decks that are 3 or more colors will probably run a copy of Mana Confluence, but I'm not sure about upgrading the rarity from rare to mythic. The art is pretty nice though. So in the set proper, they announced the mechanic Partner is returning. Now, Partner was a very popular mechanic, but there were also a lot of issues with the power level of Partner. Basically, some of the partners were really strong. Many say too strong. And also, a lot of people didn't like Partner because it lets you run 2 commanders, which many people thought was kind of not in the spirit of the Commander format. However, I think over time, the Partner mechanic actually became more and more popular, and they actually did a variation on Partner with Partner With. Now, the Partner With mechanic is actually much weaker than Partner because Partner With only allowed you to partner with one other card. While the original Partner was very open-ended, you could partner with any other card that had Partner, opening up a ton of possibilities, and also allowing you to run 4 colors in a deck. And there are not many 4-color commanders. The new Omnath is one, and then there were the 5 commanders in the commander decks that were 4 colors. And the partner cards were actually in those 4-color commander decks to run as alternates in case you didn't want to run the main commander, which I thought was a really interesting way to release commanders that were essentially 4-color without having to make as many 4-color cards. So Partner is back. This time it's, I think, going to be completely monocolor. I believe every single partner in the upcoming Commander Legends will just be 1 color. But that's fine because we have already had a couple of 2-color partners. So I'm looking forward to see what they're going to do with these 1-color partner commanders. And I also think it lessens the power level in general of the mechanic, because you don't want to risk this mechanic getting out of hand and then everyone's just running a partner deck. That would invalidate a lot of different commanders if everyone was just running multicolor partners. So I'm kind of glad they stuck to one color. Now they showed off some cards with partner already. One of them is Sengir the Dark Baron, which is a new version of Baron Sengir, and they showed this card off because they want everyone to know that this set is going to have a lot of, I guess, retrained commanders. Basically, popular legends from old sets are going to get new cards in this set, and Sengir the Dark Baron is a new take on the Baron Sengir. Of course, with the spoiler, with this card being spoiled, the original Baron Sengir card, which is a reserve list card, shot up in value. I don't know if I think that's more of a buyout than people actually wanting the card. But I certainly think that Sengir the Dark Baron, the spoiler, really made people focus on that reserved list card. Now, they did reveal 2 other cards with partner. They're meant to work together, but they don't have partner with, so you can partner them with anything. But it was Helena Kessig Ranger and Elena Kessig Trapper. These 2 characters were actually in a story from, I think, the original Innistrad. I've read the story, and it was not one of my favorite Innistrad stories. I actually really like Gisa and Jeroth. I think the 2 necromancers. One is uses black necromancy, and the other uses the more Stitcher type necromancy of Innistrad. Those characters were really interesting to me, and I really liked the story because it was letters back and forth between the 2 characters, and they were also heavily involved when I guess it was like the capital of Innistrad was pretty much taken over. So basically, single-handedly, they were able to destroy an entire city. So I kind of hope they make those 2 cards with partner and put them in this set. It's a possibility. Let's see. So there's also the Prismatic Piper, which also has partner, but it's actually colorless. But it's more for limited because when you partner it with someone, you can choose any color. So basically, if you like really messed up during draft and you drafted like a ton of red cards, but then you weren't able to draft a red commander, you can use the Prismatic Piper to, I guess, function as a commander. But it's really, really weak. It's a 3/3 for 5. So basically, any other card with partner is going to be better than this one. So it's not going to see any play. Something of note about Commander Legends is that they promoted white cards, powerful white cards in this set, because everyone's been complaining about the power level of white in Commander. I remember when everyone used to complain about how weak red was in Commander, and then they started like giving red more and more like basically card draw and other terms of card advantage, and now red is pretty good in Commander. So hopefully this set boosts white to a power level more in line with the other colors of Magic. The Rick card in the Walking Dead Secret Lair, I don't know if it's a step in the right direction or not, but it's certainly strong, and I think it's certainly going to make a very powerful commander. So the one white card that they spoiled is not legendary. It's Keeper of the Accord for 1 white and 3 of any color, generic. You get a human soldier, so a human. So you're basically gonna run this in that Rick deck at the beginning of each opponent's end step. So this is very good in multiplayer Commander because it triggers at the end of each of your opponent's turns. If that player controls more creatures than you, create a 1/1 white soldier creature token. So that's already pretty good. If your opponents each have more creatures than you can generate up to 3 creatures. If you're playing against 3 players, you can generate up to 3 creatures per turn, which is pretty good. And it has another ability. At the beginning of each opponent's end step, so again, this can trigger up to 3 times if you're playing 3 players. If that player controls more lands than you, you may search your library for basic planes and put it onto the battlefield tapped. So basically, this is ramp in white, which I think they've been experimenting more with. And I kind of like the idea of ramp in white. I think green has a lot of really powerful ramp cards, and that's part of the reason for its power level in Commander and other formats recently. So I'm glad white is getting some ramp as well. Time will tell if this is something that they're going to continue with. They are trying to give white more abilities and more space in the color pie. So I think this is a very good card in Commander. The next card that I'm seeing is next 2 cards I'm going to talk about very briefly. It's Command Tower and Commander Spear. Those cards are pretty much staples in the Commander format, and you know I would expect these cards to appear in a set based around Commander, of course. The next card I'm seeing. Well, no, let me talk about the land cycle in Commander Legends. So they already spoiled the land cycle, and it's going to finish the mega cycle that they started in Battle Bond with these lands that enter untapped if you have 2 or more opponents. So if you're playing a game with 3 opponents, even if 1 player is taken out, these lands will still come into play untapped, and they tap for 1 of 2 colors. And I think this is the enemy land cycle. Yeah, it's the enemy lands because they did the ally ones in Battle Bond. So basically, these cards are really, really strong. They are almost the equivalent of the original dual lands in Alpha. One of the only differences is they don't have basic land types, so they're hard to like search. And they also, if you are playing 1v1, they are like the same as a guild gate. So, but in most situations, these cards are going to come into play untapped, and they're going to function almost identically to an alpha dual land. So some of the Battle Bond ones I think are kind of underpriced. I know they got reprinted kind of in Zendikar Rising with special art, but those are not in like a tremendous supply. But I think this land cycle is going to be really good for Commander Legends. I believe that these lands are going to really help sell the set as well. And it looks like land cycles in upcoming sets are going to be pretty good because they've already announced the land cycle of another set that I will be talking about in a few minutes. One other thing they announced in Commander Legends is these special cards that are like not part of the official Commander set, but that they will be appearing in this new type of foiling called etch foiling, and the etch foiling actually looks really beautiful. I heard that this new type of foiling prevents the cards from curling, and I know they use this type of foiling in other card games. I've definitely seen it in Pokemon. So it's about time that Magic the Gathering addressed the issue with their foils and are trying new foils. I think these, in a few years' time, may become the default foil because there's just so many complaints about the foiling and the foiling process and how it ruins the cards, and how if you use foils you can get disqualified from a tournament because they can be considered marked cards. That was a big issue with Nexus of Fates when foil was the only actual way to get the card, and then it became a top tier deck. So the one card, I think they only showed one. I'm only seeing one. The one etch card that they mentioned is Prosh, Sky Raider of Kerr, the one that produces kobolds. this is a good commander. The problem is this card is not expensive. I think it's only at max. I think you can get a copy for $3. So although it's a highly played commander card, I'm not sure what putting a card like this as an etched foil is going to do with the price. I don't think the etched foil of this card is going to be particularly expensive. I could be extremely wrong on this, but hopefully some of the other etched legendary creatures that they have not spoiled and are not in like the official set will be higher valued cards than this like $2-3 bulk commander, even if it is an excellent commander. So I think that is all the Commander Legends news and spoilers that have been revealed so far. I think not next week, but 2 weeks from now, the spoiler season officially starts. So when the spoilers officially start, I'll give you my initial reactions to them. And when I find out more information on the set in general, I'll bring that news to you guys. I really am looking forward to seeing what kind of combinations you can pull off with these partners. I have been a huge fan of Partner, and I honestly did not think they would ever bring Partner back because of the power level. But if there was ever a set to bring back Partner, it would definitely be Commander Legends. I'm really looking to see how this set is going to do financially. I know Zendikar Rising is not doing as well as people predicted, and I thought that was going to be a really high selling set. I think a lot of the fact that it's not doing well has to do with the negativity in the community. A lot of players are feeling burnout, I would say, because of the sheer number of products that have been released. And they just went over Hasbro's like financial plan or something for 2019, and one of the statements is that they're trying to double the revenue that Magic the Gathering, makes. Basically, they're trying to sell double the amount of product and taking double the amount of money from product from consumers. I thought it was really weird how they would state that in a financial report that that's their plan. But I guess if no one in Wizards of the Coast is going to admit it, I guess it's interesting that Hasbro is perfectly willing to admit that they're trying to get more money out of players, which was pretty obvious to most people that have been seeing the amount of secret layers they've released in recent months and this entire year. And I fully expect them to announce another secret layer or another product, a surprise product for November or December. So I think we're going to get an announcement after Commander Legends is released about a product that you can purchase right before Christmas. And I'm about to talk about, I'm about to cut this video because it's already running to about 19 minutes, but I'm about to make another video or two about the other upcoming products. I just want to mention one more upcoming product, and it's actually a Commander Collection product, which is very, very similar to a Secret Lair, except I think you can buy it in I think you can only buy it. Actually, I'm not sure where you can purchase this item, but it's coming out in December. It was originally supposed to come out this month, but once again, delays caused them to actually kind of delay it several months. I'm seeing that the price of the product, I think, is extraordinarily high. The cards in it are very good, but it's even more expensive for a Secret Lair, and I just don't know if it's worth it. So I think that's all the news for Commander Legends now. I am looking forward to drafting this first Commander draft type product, and hopefully they will do this product again. I have actually pre-ordered a few a few boxes, or one collector's box and I believe 4 regular boxes. So hopefully you'll see that in an upcoming video. This is Magic with Class, always reminding you to gather with class. Thanks everyone.